welcome everybody to another isolation edition of the CGA podcast. Here with me again is Nick Danes, as always. And today we have a very special guest with us today. We have Millie Horkan, up and coming MMA prospect. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. All good.
Brilliant. So Millie, tell us a little bit about yourself then. Give us some info. Where did you start?
I started in the gym, just like a little community gym, and I started off doing judo just twice a week. And then after a few weeks of going, it came out that I sort of had a bit of a hidden talent that I didn't really know. I'd been training 3 weeks, went straight into a competition, got absolutely smashed, but absolutely loved it.
Was it a judo competition or was it an MMA competition?
It was a judo.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I got absolutely smashed, like within seconds. But I sort of got this like little buzz that I wanted to like do it again the week after, and I wanted to win it.
Yeah.
And then when you actually got that feeling of winning, I was like, oh, this is what I want to do.
Yeah. So just a competitive nature.
Yeah, like sort of like a hidden talent.
Did you not find you were nervous before your first competition? Because me and Nick have been talking about this a lot. Because I used to compete a lot at jiu-jitsu a long time ago, and then I had ACL surgery, and I haven't competed in a long time. And the thought of it makes me extremely nervous now. But we were like, kind of like on the opposite end of the spectrum. We're not massive competitors, but we're wanting to push ourselves to do it. But we found some people are like nervous, but managed to handle the nerves. And then for you, was it like that? Or was it for you, was it just fun?
Yeah, like after, obviously I was only a kid, I was like 13 or something. So I didn't really understand like what I was getting myself into, basically. But like now when I'm fighting, like no one talks to me for a good few days before, because I get a bit like snappy.
Yeah.
And like on the day, like I love it. It's like, it's more like a buzz now. Obviously you still get that nervous feeling, but I think that's part of it.
Do you think it's like just repetition, like doing that thing over and over again, you get more used to that atmosphere, that kind of pressure, rather than like maybe just doing like one competition a year where the nerves build up so much in that time that it becomes more of an issue than it really should be?
Yeah, that's it. Definitely, you just need to get used to that competing, like the feeling, don't you?
Yeah.
As much as you can to get rid of that, like the nerves where it's like a bad nerve. So you think, oh, like what am I doing?
It's horrible.
It must be different MMA to like judo or jiu-jitsu though, right?
Yeah,
you get punched in the face, so it's there's a few more nerves around that.
Yeah, literally anything could happen, couldn't it? So especially when obviously we flew out to Bahrain in November of last year, and with all the different countries and seeing how they're sort of prep for their fights and things, that was really nerve-wracking.
Yeah, this is interesting, right? So do you know what? Until we were getting you on the podcast, I had no idea that there was like an MMA World Championships.
Yeah.
So you competed for Great Britain, right? Is it Great Britain?
Yeah.
Or England?
It's England, yeah.
It's England. I didn't. So how does that work then? Have they got like a team that they put together? Do they scout people to be on the England squad? Like I had no idea this is a thing.
Actually, Team England have got a really strong team at the minute. Got like a good group of, so there's like cadet ones where the kids, they're separate. Then we've got like teenage boys and girls going up like from, I believe it's about 18 to just onwards. We have training days, and some people obviously stand out from others, and you get picked, and you have to get like tests done to make sure that you're physically fit in. But they've got a really good little organisation going on, actually. It's really professional.
So did you have to go and try out to get in the team then?
Yeah, so I had to go up to Manchester.
Yeah.
And we done a training day, and there was hundreds of people there.
Yeah.
Really?
And you just like the top class people, you just never think that you're going to get picked. Or I didn't. I was just going for the experience.
Yeah.
The next thing, we got a message saying, do you want to come to Rome with us to represent your country? I was like, what? Like yeah. You're right. But when we were out over there, experience is unbelievable.
Yeah, I bet.
Who are the coaches and stuff then? If they got like Team England got specific coaches for?
Yeah, so our women's coach is Joanna Doyle. But do you know Meatball Molly, who's in the UFC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's coming on to help the England girls. I believe she's going to be on the board or something, so that's going to be
Yeah.
sick as well. And then there's obviously
Shout out to the meatball.
Yeah.
I hope she's just watching us train and doesn't join in.
Be a good experience.
She's got some good jiu-jitsu as well.
She has,
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. So when you go over to Rome, how many fights did you have over there?
So you get put into categories, and it can be from 20 people to like just you and another opponent. I had to go up a weight class as well because there was nobody in mine, and there was only one other girl in there, and she was only from Ireland, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So it was like straight final. But when we flew up to Bahrain for the world title, there was 5 of us, and there was like people from Colombia and Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
Or like that's just like a next level.
Yeah. How do you deal with that? Being on like a world competitive stage, like, because that must be hard, like mentally, it must be hard to prepare for.
Yeah. So I was quite lucky. I didn't fight till a few days in. So I was like able to watch how other people were preparing and the weight cutting, and it was quite like I was a bit blown back by it, and because a lot of the people cut quite a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And you can see that in their performance. But obviously, if like you get taught you're fighting someone from Russia, you're a bit like put back by it. Like I never thought I would be doing something so early in my career.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's obviously it's memories as well, isn't it? Something that you'll never ever forget.
That's how we were talking about this stuff. Like I know it's on a vastly inferior level, like doing some competitions in jiu-jitsu and stuff. But it's like not worrying. You know, it's different for you, and that you know this is going to be your career path and the way you earn money as well. And you know, there's lots of other things that come with that. But for us, it's still like more like testing yourself and an experience of the day. So do other things like that, because it's not like that for you anymore, is it? Like you're looking at, you know, a career doing what you love doing, and there's all sorts of other things to think about, from injury and conditioning and diet and like tons and tons of stuff. So it must mean different stuff and different worries and different nerves, I guess.
So obviously at the minute we're in it, like I'm in it to win it, but I do challenge myself, and I always think like some people pick and choose who they fight, where I'm just like, why I'm still amateur, get in there and do it.
Yeah. Do it now before it's
do it now. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but that was my plan actually, to do a lot more jiu-jitsu this year. But not anymore, but
not for a while, I don't think, unfortunately.
I used to do quite a lot of jits. I used to love it as well. But
especially having a judo background, that'll help translate loads.
Yeah.
You must do some though, right? You must do some ground game. Like I know.
Oh yeah. So I train a bit of everything. My week's like a bit mental, but we have Pete Irving.
Oh yeah.
He's at Middlesbrough Fight Academy. We have him once a week, and we try and get down to his gym as well. So he's my jiu-jitsu coach at the minute. Yeah.
So it must be really specific, like no gi, more than. Have you put the gi on? Have you tried it with the gi?
Yeah. I love the gi. Yeah. I'm actually is it European champion in the gi actually?
Yeah. What are the Euros? Amazing.
Yeah. So
talent's not restricted to MMA. It's
no.
all fighting. Doesn't matter. Whatever it is, a fight, and then Millie's going to be there. What was that like, competing out in Europe for the Europeans?
Oh, well, to be honest, I think I was about 15 at the time. That was a long time ago, but it's all the same. I just love getting in there, getting fighting, and meeting new people as well.
Yeah.
Like basically now all my friends are like fighters, and some of them are like my best friends. Do you know what I mean? And
that's one of the things that we've loved about doing these podcasts, is just meeting new people and kind of like spreading out our kind of social network a bit, like just meeting new people, new friends. It's been really good. It's been really
Yeah.
really fun.
Hopefully we've got a few other places to train, and when we can travel around a bit and do some more of these live and do some training with the people we're talking to and stuff. And
That is the
yeah,
plan.
it should be good when if ever that ever happens again.
Oh no, it's been a nightmare. Have you managed to keep up doing much at home since the COVID-19?
I'm quite lucky actually. I've got my dad here, and my dad does bits of jits and things. So
Yeah.
we've been doing a bit of rolling around and bit of positional stuff.
Yeah. I'm so jealous of people that have someone in their house that does jiu-jitsu. My wife is not interested in rolling around in pajamas on the floor one bit.
Your dog can't either, so
Yeah, no, that's it.
Sometimes I say to my mum, "Oh, just stand there a minute, just while I practice this." No chance.
Yeah, just put this jacket on just to see what it looks.
This will fit nicely.
Yeah.
Just hold this pad a minute while you kick it, mum. No chance.
That's awesome. So you do like so the sort of jiu-jitsu that you do is it specifically for MMA now? Like, so you'll do it to wrestling up and all that kind of stuff to basically learn, like, focus your ground game on the MMA side as well, rather than the specifically kind of just jiu-jitsu and whatnot.
Yeah, obviously mainly it is, but sometimes I just get on there and just like roll about and just enjoy it more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously when I'm in fight camp, then it's like specific things, but I just like getting on there, and we've got a few girls in the gym at the minute who were just like young and just up and coming. It's good to get in with them and see how like they train as well.
Yeah.
It's interesting because Callum said this the other day. So Callum from Sporting Minds, we and he put us on to you, which was great as well. And obviously they do a lot of good stuff. But he was saying how people in professional sport, they get encouraged at a younger age to have a multi-discipline. So something else that if they're doing something professionally, so they can have something else that they can do for just sort of pleasure, rather than like it's like a job where you kind of lose the passion for it potentially as you go on. So you could just say like, oh well, MMA fighting is going to be my job, but doing jiu-jitsu is like my outlet, and that's the real pleasurable thing. Like, it's you're lucky you've got these other aspects within the same kind of area.
Yeah.
So I suppose in MMA you sort of have to be sort of good at everything, because you never know, if you get took down you need jiu-jitsu, if you're on the wall you need your wrestling, so you sort of do need everything. But I've noticed that gymnastics and flexibility is one that I could do with working on. So that's what I was going to do this year as well, try and get my flexibility and my movement. So gymnastics would probably have been my thing.
Yeah, gymnastics is a good way to go. I like gymnastics. They're a really good supplement to it. Yeah, I think that's a good shout. There's stuff you can do now you're at home. You can do loads of stuff now.
I've been doing a few videos. I've been doing yoga on the telly. That's been a laugh. You find yourself in doing some mad stuff with yoga, but
anything you can do at this point, I reckon, has got to be good. Yeah. Like if you can, because you think like everyone's in the same boat, I guess, really, unless you're super lucky and you've got a gym at home or whatever. But you can just keep doing whatever you can is going to be positive.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, anything, just moving about, just getting outdoors, especially when it's nice like it is today. Just
So have you got?
Sorry, Nick.
I was going to say, have you got a plan in place for transferring from amateur to professional? Have you got more fights that you had in the diary, and like a sort of a time frame for doing it?
Well, obviously I'm only 19 at the minute, so I've got plenty of time, I feel like, under my card, and I'm in with a good team and got some good training partners. I'd like to get a few more fights in, especially at the IMAFs again for the experience. But yeah, I've had a few people on to me about managing me to get to that professional stage, but I've still got a few years, still got plenty to work on.
Yeah.
But we're on the right track, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like we
definitely.
are. I hope
You
we are.
definitely are.
Definitely. It's crazy. Like, don't you think of like, because you've had, how many fights have you had so far?
MMA, I've only had five.
Still 5 MMA fights at 19 is still quite a few. Like, it's a good start, right? European Championship Jiu-Jitsu, 5 MMA fights, all sorts of things going on, judo, jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
I'd definitely, if you get some more fights under your belt and then when the time's right and you're ready for it, you've got a good opponent to turn professional. That's got to be some more time left yet, and then off you go.
Yeah.
So we kind of cut you off a little bit. So you were 13, you were doing judo. So it'd be interesting to find out how you made that transition from such a young age as you were into MMA. I know it's kind of the popularity of MMA has been building for a long time now, but I mean, if you're 19 now, so when you were 13,
I've been training for 10 years now.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
and like it couldn't have been overly popular when you first started training, right?
Yeah, no, it was actually a little gym. It's actually knocked down now where I started off. I started off going to gymnastics. And one night my dad said, we'll go down and watch this judo class, Millie, because my dad's always done judo, boxing. So I was like, yeah, let's go down. Then he was like, well, come again on the Saturday and watch it. I was like, no, I'll join in. And so I've just got this, like, it was sort of like a little buzz, I suppose, like after the session. And my friends were like, you're doing judo? What's judo? Or like, you go to boxing? Why do you want to go to boxing? But it was sort of just like a natural buzz that I got off it. I met loads of people, and so started off with judo, went into boxing.
Were you continuing to do judo at the same time as boxing, or did you leave judo to one side to go into boxing?
Yeah, so I used to go boxing 6 till 7. Then he used to fly. Well, my dad used to fly straight down to another gym where we'd start at like 7 till like 8:30 judo. And I was only like a kid at the time, and my mum used to be like, what are you doing, Millie? Come on, with black eye, bruises all over my body. She was like, what are you doing, Millie? But yeah, I've got like a massive support, like at home, especially with my mum and dad.
Yeah. Your dad sounds like the man.
Yeah, my dad's
come on, let's go get you off to boxing.
Yeah. But like I say, I've literally been all over the world training, fighting. Some of the people that you meet, it's as well. Obviously, you know yourself just through going to jiu-jitsu competitions. Everyone's friendly, you know.
Yeah, they are. I think that's it. I think when you go to these competitions or you step into a club, you feel like it's going to be kind of like like everyone's going to have mean attitude and like you're not going to get along with anyone, but it's not the case. It's actually the opposite.
No.
Everyone's like super nice. Is it the same with MMA as well? Like when you go to the MMA?
Yeah. Everyone's like supporters. If you're doing something wrong, there's always someone there to just say, look, just take a second, slow down.
Yeah.
Obviously, you need that extra support in MMA because there's just so much that if you just switch off for 1 second, it's game over.
Yeah. So where did you make them? So you were doing judo, and then you started doing boxing as well. So I guess there's kind of like you're kind of naturally progressing towards the MMA scene. But was there a specific point where you kind of got to an MMA gym, or was it you were training everywhere separately and then decided to get into amateur MMA, or did you get to a specific?
Yeah, so I was doing my boxing and my judo, and then it was jiu-jitsu we went into. It's actually my dad's friend who used to have the gym. So we said, we'll pop down. And I was the only girl in there, and it was like a really old school gym. Yeah. I remember walking up these stairs and the smell just hit me straight away.
Smelly men.
Like,
smelly, sweaty men rolling around the floor.
Yeah. And from there, sort of just kept in with my dad. We were just training together. And then I started going by myself, and I started doing the wrestling. So all our classes are sort of separate in our gym.
Yeah.
And then one day I done the MMA, and I was like, this is where it's all going to fall together. I can put everything I know together. Yeah. Because when I was like having boxing fights and that, I would always step in and, like sort of nearly throw them.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to like do something where I can put it all together.
Yeah.
And here
Like
I am.
when Connor fought Floyd and he was like ducking under and grabbing him, and he was like
Yeah.
he was going to take him down. That's all he's got.
Yeah.
So I'm just like a natural instinct to someone coming at you with loads of punches, just throw them.
So where have you trained? Where have you trained around the world then?
Oh, we've been all over Holland. I've been to Dublin in. Do you know Liam McCourt?
No, I don't know.
No.
She's coming up on the Bellator, really trying to make her like a big.
Amazing.
Trained at her gym. Obviously, I've in Manchester, Liverpool all the time.
Yeah.
We've been all over, to be fair, but like especially in the UK as well.
Mm.
The
Netherlands must have been a good experience.
What, sorry?
The Netherlands must have been a good experience for kickboxing.
Yeah. That was actually a judo fight. That.
Oh, was it a judo fight? Oh, amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, they have. That's one of their big things over there. So. Yeah.
Maybe get back there, do some kickboxing.
Yeah.
So did you actively seek out an MMA competition then? So how did that come about? Did you go, right, I'm just going to do it, just going to throw yourself into it? Or did one of your coaches say, here's an event coming up, I reckon you could do it, you could get in there and compete?
Yeah, we had a local show and they didn't have any women on it, and they said, we found this lady, she was a lot older than me at the time as well, she's willing to come on it if you are. And I was like, well, yeah, let's just get the first one over and done with.
Yeah.
Once you've got that one over and done with, you're in the game, aren't you? So
yeah. Well, you're either in or you're out. You either like it or you don't. Because if you lose that first fight, you could be like, oh, do you know what, I'm done.
Yeah, it was sort of like a make or break thing, but she came over from Norway, I believe, and like we still keep in touch now, and she's all the way over there, and like it's good. It's like the shows as well. They try and keep it like professional, so when you do make that move, it's not as nerve-wracking.
No, because you're already making these connections. Yeah, 100%. That's so cool. So so when you started training, so I'm just reading your record here. So your first fight was a kickboxing fight. Is that right?
Oh yeah, that was
how accurate these things are. I'm on tapology here.com. Shout out Tapology. I'm using that for references. But so you had your first fight was a kickboxing fight, and then you've had 5 MMA events since then.
Yeah.
So how did you find the kickboxing? Because you lost by decision on that one, so that must have been tough, right?
Yeah.
Was that your first amateur fight?
Yeah, that was like the first time. It was in a cage as well. That was the first time like stepping in it and things.
Yeah.
It was good. That was good. That was a tough fight as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But was it just hard beats? I mean, like how did that affect your mindset? Like coming in, did it make you want to do more, make you want to do better, or was it more like, I'm done with kickboxing now?
No, I remember waking up the next morning and I was thinking, right, let's go back into the gym, and I just got back in it straight away. And I sort of like, obviously I don't like getting beat, I don't want to get beat, but sort of puts me back in the right mind frame and think, oh, actually you can get beat and these things that you do need to work on. Yeah. So I would like to say I'm quite a positive person. Yeah. And I like to take it like the right way, because I do know people that have just thought like no chance. Yeah,
it must be really tough to be and to force yourself to kind of, well, not force yourself, but to get back in there again afterwards. I mean, not only kickboxing, you went into MMA after that. You had one cancelled bout here. What happened there?
Cancelled what?
Against Liv Taylor?
Just didn't want to do it.
Against who?
Liv Taylor, it says here.
Oh yeah, that was like a weight. That was a weight thing. That was like a bit of a mad thing.
Oh right. Okay.
There was like no agreement to the weight.
Oh, I see.
So it was like.
I've heard crazy stories like that, about people fighting in Thailand, and
Yeah.
they have like Thai boxing fights, and they chuck them in with some guy who's like a
Yeah.
ridiculous record and just really heavy as well, like
Yeah.
compared to them, and they're like, "Oh, then there you go," and they're like, "Oh." Or
Yeah.
changing the rules before they get in the ring and stuff as well. There's that happens as well. That's crazy.
Is it hard to get opponents at the moment in the amateur like setup for you?
Yeah, there is locally, but
Mm.
to be fair, there is a lot of like young women about now that are getting into this and starting to compete now as well. So it's slowly picking up. Yeah, but obviously everyone does have that struggle.
Yeah.
Compared to the lads that are in it anyway.
Do you find it hard to get training partners for yourself, especially if you've been doing it for a while now? Because I can't imagine it's. I mean, we get more females in jiu-jitsu now, but I mean, when I started 10 years ago, there was like none, like very rare. Did you see any? So it must be. Is it hard to get training partners, or?
Yeah, locally it's there's no one around here. That's partly why I'm making my move to Liverpool. They have loads of girls. It's like the main place for it. That's where Team England are based as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Liverpool's a lot of fun. It's a good city.
Yeah.
It is a good city, yeah.
It's a lot more to do.
That sounds like an exciting move for all sorts of reasons.
Yes, yeah.
So is that still on the cards then? As soon as this kind of lockdown's over, or this year, hopefully you'll be able to move. You got stuff sorted at that end, or?
Yeah, everything's in place. Just need this lockdown to drop, hopefully. But
don't we all?
yeah, it's strange times, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nothing you can do, I suppose.
So what do you think, if you were going to give any advice to anyone that wanted to follow in your footsteps or get into martial arts, what would you suggest is a good way for people to do that if they're, wanting to do what you've done?
Just be brave and get yourself in there. Like, sometimes, especially females, when they're walking into a gym, they think it's going to be full of lads, when like that doesn't make a difference. You just need to be brave, and if it's something you want to do it.
Have you met any kind of resistance, like socially? Because I mean, it's not often you hear like a 19-year-old girl wanting to get into martial arts, or especially MMA. Have you found like there are people that are quite like negative towards that, or have you found that it's been okay, like people are supportive?
Obviously you get the supportive ones, but you get the ones that are jealous or just don't understand. But I think that's sort of in everything, isn't it? You always get that one.
Yeah.
But I found more. It's given me a lot of confidence as well.
Yeah.
Not just that I want to be a fighter and I want to do this. It's given me confidence in everything, and it's actually helped me get in jobs.
Yeah.
So like, and at the minute I work in a shop in flannels. It actually helped me get in that, and sort of like where my role in that job.
Yeah, 100%. It's a confidence thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, when you step it, there's not much scarier than stepping into a ring to fight somebody else.
Yeah.
So when you go for a job interview or something like that, it's like there's no
Yeah.
comparison, is there? It's just not scary.
Yeah. And even like just like chatting to people and doing these calls. I remember when I came home from winning the world title, my dad was like, right, the radio want you on the radio, the telly want you on there. And I was like, Dad, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to talk to these people.
That's what we were like when we started this podcast.
Yeah.
We're like, we don't know what we're going to say, but once you just do it a few times, it's easy.
Yeah. So it just flows when you're in it. But it's like, even before this, I was sitting on the floor thinking, right, what do I say? What do I say? Like, a bit nervous.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's good. That's quite natural, though.
Yeah.
You don't know what we're going to be like either, do you? Nick could be terrifying.
Yeah.
Not at all terrifying, unfortunately. Well, like, thank you, Millie. I think like we covered a lot of ground, so like that's really, really cool. Is there anything else you want to like say or shout out to anyone?
No, that's fine. I feel like it's been a big help to me as well. It's good to sit and reminisce about what you've done and things as well.
And you've done a lot. It's been awesome. It's awesome. Like a lot. Accomplished so much, but I hadn't accomplished anything by the time I was 19. I think I think I learned how to wash my own clothes. I think that was about it by the time I was 19.
I'm not very good at washing my clothes, like, but
I think I'd rather it your way.
Neither Sam. Well, you're not very good at washing jeans either. And where can people find you, Millie, if they want to follow you? You got Instagram, Facebook, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I'm on both, on Instagram and Facebook. Yeah, so I like Instagram the best. I'm more on Instagram, so on there.
Yeah, we'll go and
find you at.
Find me at. My name is Millie Horkan on Instagram.
Follow Millie and follow her journey, and hopefully we'll have her back on the podcast to chat when this is all over and see how our training goes in Liverpool and maybe see how everything's going. If that's cool.
I'd love to have you back on for another chat. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much as well. Nice to meet you both.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck in your other ones as well, and stay safe.
You too. Stay safe.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye now. Bye.